being overcharged for really junky quality underwear, and I want to fix that. I want to show you what to look for in the good stuff and also prove to you that it's not that expensive. I want to favorite this to come back to later because we're going deep into underpants education today, starting with what to look for and what to stay away from, because you want this neighborhood to be very healthy and very happy. If we're new friends here, my name is Bryce Gruber. I've been a shopping editor at some of America's largest magazines for over 20 years, helping people figure out exactly what is worth buying and what is marketing hype. Anyway, you can check my bio if you need more information, but let's get into it. Staying away from polyester, nylon, and acrylic. Those are going to be hot, sweaty, trap moisture, bacteria, viral stuff, like all the things you don't want. Nobody ever wants to hear it, but those synthetic materials also trap a lot of odor, and you don't want that. I know what you're thinking. What if I just have a cotton gusset, but I keep my polyester or my nylon? Girl, you're gonna get swamp butt. But yes, in any pair of underwear, you want a cotton gusset, preferably 2-ply. Some brands won't call it a gusset, they will just call it the crotch, but that's what you want. Here are the breathable, very good quality materials that are gonna keep everything nice and safe and wonderful for your lady parts. We're starting with cotton, then we've got silk, then wool. Believe it or not, Merino wool is temperature regulating, very breathable, and wonderful. Some TENCEL and some Modal. That's where it gets bonkers and very different from t-shirts and pants and other types of clothing, though you actually do need a little bit of stretch in your underwear. So one good example is 95% Supima cotton and 5% elastane, because that underwear needs to conform to your body. It needs to have a little bit of stretch where a t-shirt doesn't really. This is a good cheat sheet for blends that offer a lot of longevity. Like, you're gonna have that underwear for years, you're gonna wash, you're gonna try and repeat several times without worrying, but also they feel good against the body. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you some really well-made natural materials, affordable options in a second, but before that, I wanna focus on two more things that are important to look for. Number one, and sorry for the weird image, this is my actual underwear, but do you see how tight that stitching is? That's the good stuff. Tight stitching is a hallmark of better quality construction. The garment is just gonna last longer, and that's what you want. And then back to that gusset thing, when I say 2-ply, I mean 2 layers of cotton. They can be very thin layers of cotton, but you want 2. Starting with one of my favorites, and by the way, I don't know when you're seeing this. If it is July of 2026, there is a massive sale right now, which is another reason I'm very excited about this one. But Organic Basics, these are 95% organic cotton. The line is excellent, the quality is really good, and the prices are fair. A 3-pack for $31.50, about $10 per piece, excellent. Don't worry, I link to everything in the description for you. I'm also going to put tons of good options in the next free weekly newsletter. That information is here. But one thing I love about this line, a lot of sizes. Tons of versatile colors. They also have bralettes and t-shirts and shorts and like a lot of other good things. And don't worry, I will link to them. Remember, that's the good blend, 95% organic cotton and 5% elastane. This style that I showed at the beginning of the video is also from that brand, but let's move on. If you're working with a very tight budget, believe it or not, Amazon Basics has some good choices. They don't have as many colors and styles as I would like, but the construction is decent. Stretch cotton for the base, then you have 100% cotton gusset and sizes extra small through 3XL. Like, that's pretty good. Depending on which color you get, they could be like $1.50 a pair. If you like the more premium stuff, or you like underwear that feels a little bit like pajamas, like this boy short look, I want to put you on something called negative underwear. There is nothing negative about it. It is 100% positive. It's a little bit expensive, but it's good. Loads of colors, prints, sizes, very breathable, easy to care for, and so soft on the body. And if you remember at the beginning of this video, I said some Modal is really good, but others like not so much. This is micro Modal. This is the good stuff, and this is what you want if you're going in that direction. Also Ecotech certified, which is great. All the panties have coordinating bras that are gorgeous. We're talking elevated, really chic staples that are a notch above the standard. Back to Modal. This one is a Modal and cotton blend, which I think is excellent. It's also pretty affordable. These are $16 per pair, and there are very often sales. The company is called Harper. I'm going to be very honest with you. I do not love everything in the line. There are a lot of synthetics, but this specific pair is good. It's called Cloud Cotton because this particular blend is super lightweight, very breathable, and super smooth. Like, you're not going to get panty lines. I also love the inclusive sizing. And here's the blend: 57% cotton, 38% Modal, and 5% spandex, which is exactly what you're looking for in a blend like this. And that gusset, 100% cotton. This one is Merino wool, and I already explained that this is excellent for temperature regulation, but what people don't realize is that merino wool is actually really good for odor regulation. Super thin, lightweight, breathable, and relatively easy to care for given that they're wool. Remember, this is the exact blend we spoke about. Before we keep going, and I'm gonna give you a few more, like really good ones, but I'm gonna put a very big list in the next free weekly newsletter. That information is here. Anyway, the wool ones that we've been speaking about are on Amazon. They are modestly priced. I'm not gonna tell you that they're super affordable or super cheap, but for the quality and the materials, they're not bad. And lots of sizes. Another super affordable option. Now, they're not the same quality in terms of stitching and liners and the type of cotton being used as some of the others on this list. But if you're working with a tight budget, $1.50 a pair, like, yeah, that's great. Extra small through 3XL bikini, hipster, and thong styles, and $7.48 for a package of 5. That means they're $1.50 each. Again, 95% cotton, 5% spandex. That is good. The liner is 100% cotton too, which is what you want. It's not too ply, but it's okay. As promised, a TENCEL Lyocell option. We're just gonna call it TENCEL because it's much easier, but these are super soft, super silky, but they're not silk. It's actually made from very heavily processed wood pulp, and by the time all is said and done, this stuff is one of the best cooling materials on the planet in small doses. Just perfect for underwear. By the way, before we go any deeper, I'm just letting you know none of these brands paid me to make this video. I'm just giving you information that I have researched, things I think are good. And if you have other ideas, if you have experienced something wonderful, or there's an under the radar brand that you think everyone should know about, drop it in the comments, share with the class. Under 20 bucks right now because of the sale, a few good neutral colors, and extra, extra small through extra, extra large. These, like some of the other ones I mentioned, are 95% of the core material, the TENCEL, and 5% elastane because you need a little stretch. TENCEL is a little finicky in the laundry, so unless you're prepared to wash things in a delicate cycle and really be like a little bit careful with these, go for cotton. Hey, I hope this helped you because I want everyone to be comfortable but also have full wallets and not spend a fortune on underwear that's basically polyester. If you have thoughts or questions, drop them in the comments, but I'm gonna put a really big list with way more options and matching bras and bralettes in the next newsletter so you have them.